What's going on, everybody? The celebration continues. This is Chilling with Kenny C's 18-year anniversary edition right here on TMVcafe.com, bringing you entertainment to your ears. And let's just say we've reached to hour number two, and I like to call this the Ascend Pro Wrestling Hour. I'm going to be interviewing two of their guys individually, of course. My first of the two is someone that I actually met at the Elite Wrestling Alliance a little over
Mhm.
a year ago. Um, changed his character uh, a lot since the very first time I've seen him. And then I eventually saw him at Ascend Pro Wrestling. He's represented the marquee players. Shout out to Russell Brand, the Shepherd,
Oh,
Disco, and Zachary Don. Shout out to the whole crew. He's also one half of Gruesome. Tuesome. They have quite a nice song selection.
I
Uh,
appreciate that, man. I don't really hear that too much. It's good to kind of break from the usual scene of the theme song. I'm ready to
yeah,
just kind of feel myself for a second.
yeah. The song, so when I heard it for the very first time, and how y'all was feeling yourselves, uh, yeah, they picked the right song for this one. And tag team champion, many more titles to come. I also saw this man Square Circle Expo at Indianapolis at the Battle Royal at the Saturday show, man. He's one of Cincinnati's fastest rising stars at this point. He goes by the name of Creed Costello. He's with me right now. How's it going, sir?
It's going good, man. It's a unseasonably cool Thursday night in Cincinnati. I actually had to put my cardigan on for a second when I was on the porch. Uh, but I'm not complaining. I'm not walking outside bursting into flames or nothing. Just another day in the books, and we're looking forward to this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, speaking of milestones, I should say, Ascend Pro Wrestling celebrated their 6 year anniversary just a few weeks ago. You and your tag team partner, Johnny Gruesome Twosome, competed in a TLC match with multiple teams, Tragedy Boys, and recently reunited
Uh,
GK Fam.
Oh yeah. Don't
Um,
remind me, brother.
I mean, look,
I get
I
it. Ask the questions.
so
That's what you're here for.
yeah, kinda. So regardless of the result, how did it feel just to be part of the milestone show, such as 6 years for Sin?
Um, I think after thinking about it, the other day I was just bored at work, leaned my head back, and I just thought 6 years is a long time. It is for any professional wrestling company, especially on an independent level. 6 years is a long time, and I'm very proud to be attached to the Ascend program. I started there, so to be able to say that I helped co-main event their 6 year anniversary show with, quite frankly, I think a great match. A match that I definitely will consider a highlight going into my second year. Um, I loved it. Without being too sentimental, real quick, that was really touching, and I enjoyed myself. I enjoy Ascend and what they do, and for the most part, it's a decent little place to work. So yeah, that was nice.
Absolutely, man. So I've been familiar with Sin actually for a couple of years. It was a certain someone lured me into going to an Ascend show, and I'm interviewing him right after you. And I
Hmm.
know you have a story history with that certain someone, but he lured me into going to Ascend. So I started going to Ascend, a few months ago, and I was like, wow, where have I been these previous 6 years with all this talent that y'all have and the roster, the fans, and like I've always knew that Cincinnati is a wrestling town for sure. Man, y'all bring a different element to Cincinnati wrestling, and I not only did I seen it, but I felt it. Like some of the shows that y'all had leading up to the anniversary. I was at outdoors at the High Grand Brewery. Let me just say, I love that place. That food is delish.
What'd you get? Did you get the did you get the chick? I had the chicken wings.
I
Those
had
are some
chicken
good
wings
chicken
too.
wings.
Yeah, them wings hit
Mm-hmm,
different.
mm-hmm. Good
Them,
price too. Like I didn't feel like I was getting
yeah,
ripped off or nothing.
yeah, like and we all have eaten wings in different places. I feel like you gotta have that 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 secret ingredient or something. Like you
Hmm.
gotta have something that's gonna make it separate from everyone else. So but when I tried the wings, High Green Brewery, great.
Hmm.
Great wings,
Hmm.
great fries. If you're in the Cincinnati area, if you need a life-changing experiment, you go to High Grain Brewery. There's multiple of them in Cincinnati. But
Hmm.
just look it up on Google, the name High Grain Brewery. Go to either of the locations. It's the same flavor, obviously.
Cincinnati, for all things considered, I know it's often talked about, but I really don't think I can give enough credit to the food scene in Cincinnati. I think that it's a place where you get a lot of different themes in a lot of different places, and Cincinnati, it was supposed to be Chicago, but it wasn't. But we're making the best with what we got. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah,
historic city, and we really feel like we're trying to do something special here. We Cincinnati, you're right. Cincinnati is a wrestling city,
yeah,
and every day we're trying to prove that and, get back to, the golden eras, back 40, 50 years ago, back to where we were. They were rocking out at the gardens probably every week or something like that.
yeah.
We want to be like that too.
Yeah, I definitely fit the mold in that regard. And y'all got some more shows coming up throughout the year, obviously, including this Saturday, 4:30 to 6:30. I think it's a taste of freedom at the Coin Park. Talk about this particular show that y'all got
Well,
coming up.
we're so under my APW contractual obligation, I am technically supposed to do charity. And when the proposition was, hey man, you could either pick up trash on the side of the road or you can go wrestle at this Taste of Reading, Cincinnati, I chose the latter, obviously. I could care less about beating up some schmuck in the park. I did that last week. What's it matter if I'm wearing tights? I mean, come on now. It's an obvious. It's easy. On top of that, I'm gonna have Johnny Cisco behind me, the gruesome twosome. We're gonna be in high gear. We're gonna be wearing our new gear, and it's gonna be great. We're gonna get some falafels. We're gonna stomp some face in. It's gonna be fantastic. And I don't really see a sin being able to do much about it when I throw a hot funnel cake in somebody's face.
There you go. That's the hater I know and love. That's
That's
the that's the hater that Charlie Owens loves. I mean,
hmm hmm.
so
Shout out to
you,
Charlie. Chuck's a good
so
dude.
obviously, you take the you take the hate from the crowd. I've seen it in EWA. I've seen it in Square Circle. I've seen it in multiple promotions. But you do have to you do have people that rocks with you, like a Charlie, obviously.
I
So
think
what? Yeah.
I think a lot of people I'm sorry, Ken. You mentioned like hate, and I think a lot of people get that misconstrued
Hmm.
sometimes. Okay? I don't think it's hateful at all. Okay? If anything, I think it's being respectful of the combat. I'm giving it my 100% every time I step into that ring. And you know what? You know what, Kenny? To go back onto a childhood memory, I always used to be the smallest little running back on the team. I always used to be the undersized outside defensive lineman. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be undersized and seem like, oh, maybe we'll give this kid a couple of reps, see what happens. You got to fight for that. You got to fight for your respect every single time. And that's what I'm doing. And if somebody thinks they can get in there and clown on me, they're wrong. I'm a grown man. I'm going to put down my foot. And at the end of the day, if I get the upper hand, I'm going to let you know about it. That's
I
just
mean,
how it is. This is a grown man world. It's a grown man's business, grown men
yeah.
and women's business. But
Yeah.
like, you gotta you gotta go after it.
So yeah, absolutely, man. You go hard throttle everywhere you go. So let me just say, from my experience going to SN shows, I really like the Marquee Players crew. I really like Russ, and Jake, and Johnny, Zachary, and you. And when I first got there, you and Johnny were already tag team champions. Jake was already the heavyweight champion. And then the first Ascend show I go to, Zachary goes on to win a television champion. So y'all was all draped in gold when I literally got there for the first time.
Hmm.
And y'all, I would definitely say y'all are the most dominant faction in Cincinnati wrestling. I could make a case y'all one of the strongest factions in the Midwest, pretty much, with the combination of experience, the mastermind that is Russell Brand, and just like-minded individuals that just want to dominate. With that being said, what was it like? What has it been like for you being part of such an incredible faction such as the Marquee Players?
It being on a team is really easy when everybody's got a common goal. And while our common goals may be similar, they're also like extremely different. Me and Cisco, we want to be the best tag team champions in the Midwest. We want to be at the very peak of every tag division in Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, all of them. Okay. Zachary Don, one of the best cruiserweights in the entire Midwest. I mean, this dude's young, he's new, but he's got a charisma about him that is just undeniable. I mean, I find myself when we chop it up, when we train together, we sit there and talk for hours. I mean, that dude is just so tapped in weirdly. Like he talks like a veteran and Big Jake. I mean, I think Big Jake is one of the most underrated wrestlers in the United States. I really do. I think Big Jake has been doing this for so long and he's been through so many different people and he hasn't gotten any smaller. In fact, he's getting more toned up if you haven't seen at the anniversary show. Definitely looking better. Um, but he's such a mind for the business. I mean, you can sit down and he can give you strategy after strategy after strategy. He can lay down an entire battle plan for you within five because he's seen it all. He's seen it all. Same thing with Russ. Russ has been around the block so many times that I can't even count. I mean, linking up with every different shape and size of wrestler, helping them achieve glory and that's just a winning combination to me. I'm a smart guy. I went to school. I know what happens when you surround yourself with the right people. And that's always what I've tried to do. That's always what I think I've been pretty good at. And right now, even though we were a little bit dilapidated after the anniversary show, to say the least, I know that we're a bunch of level-headed individuals that can sit down and we can think of something to where we can get back to the top. That's the only goal right now, get back to the top.
Yeah, absolutely. And y'all go from the Taste of Freedom show this weekend. And then a few weeks after that, y'all have the 100th show of
Yes.
Ascend.
Hmm.
So I
Unfortunately, myself and Johnny Cisco will not be able to make that event. We have a prior engagement with War Wrestling on that day. which we unfortunately made the obligation before the Ascend date came out. But we are more than we are more than ready to come up with something to get back to Ascend and take back those tag championships.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
the current tag team champions are GK Fam, who we united just months ago. I'm still new to Ascend, so I'm learning who's this and that. They were at odds like about a year ago or a year or so ago. They were going at each other's throats from
Hmm.
what I've heard. And now they reunited, cohesiveness is there, and now they are tag team champions again. I will say, Ascend has some of the best tag team wrestling I've ever seen. With the star power, with the athleticism, and you knew going at an anniversary like that, y'all had to be a show stealer. And TLC, and I love the TLC concept on the 25-year anniversary of the OG TLC match. That's what I thought of. I wish I was there to see it. Of course, I was at Dayton for Wrestling Revolver. But it was a good day for
Hmm.
our wrestling. It was a lovely day.
Hmm.
So yeah, I have no doubt that the gruesome twosome will get back on track and will be back in pursuit of those tag team titles once the time is right. It's strategy. I know you, Russ, Johnny, are strategize. Uh,
We're thinking of something, man. Our goal has always to just be on top of Cincinnati, put the city on our back, take it with us everywhere, and make sure that people really know what that Midwest Cincinnati style is all about. And yeah, I mean the APW Tag Championships, that's one of the most prestigious championships that myself and Cisco have held. We're talking like really, really, really good people hold those belts. And the current, as much as I hate to say it, the current tag team is no exception. We've been at odds with them for a few months now, and Prima Donnie, Piper. I got history with Piper too. I mean, the
yeah,
Ascend Pro Wrestling Television Championship, we had a street fight. Um, I know these dudes. I know they're tough. I'm still going to talk smack to their face. I'm still going to hit them where it hurts. I'm still going to pull hair. I'm still going to poke eyes. I don't really care, but I know they're tough. So you can see why I have to do that, right?
yeah, yeah. I totally understand. Totally
Mhm.
understand.
Tough to.
So you guys check out Creed Costello. He's gonna be at World Wrestling in September. I'm pretty sure I'll see him at EWA and some other promotions in Kentucky and
Sure. We got
uh
EWA coming up. We've got Elite Wrestling Alliance for those based out of Danville, Kentucky. We're starting a new federation coming up soon, Kentucky Wrestling Federation out of Frankfort, Kentucky. Super excited for some upcoming shows. We've got Spot Monkey coming up, guys, the Gruesome Twosome on September 12th
ooh,
against Bruce Gray and Tyler Vox. We're really excited for that one. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming up. And I was telling my girlfriend the other night that the next probably 5 or 6 weeks, it's crunch time. I feel like I've been really putting an effort into my physicality as of recently, training as hard as I can whenever I can, and over the next 6 weeks especially, I'll be really looking to kind of extend myself in the best way that I can, and make sure that at least by the end of the year, Creed Costello is a semi tri-state household name.
yeah, for sure, man. So I will be at Spot Monkey. Shout out to them right around the Cincinnati area. Batavia, that show's coming up. Gruesome Twosome versus two-thirds of WTF. Of course, Juan Mathis, the former champion, looking to win back the title. He never lost. He's in the triple threat main event against Jack Vaughn and the current champion, Aaron Williams. Um, Cincinnati wrestling is booming with all these promotions. And did I just hear you say Kentucky wrestling? Uh, did I just hear that?
I mean, you could have it could have been a mistype, but Kentucky that'd look good on a t-shirt.
I mean, look, when it comes to EWA, my mind is blown because it's turned into a Cincinnati pipeline. And this is a Kentucky-based promotion. I'm like, where are the Kentucky guys at? And then,
Man, we keep running them out, man. I mean, the EWA, that's a strong roster. Me and
yeah,
Party Mike beat the crap out of each other for 4 months down in that place, and
yeah,
it was a bull rope.
that bull rope match was something.
That's
Um,
another highlight of my career.
yeah,
I watched that match back actually the other day trying to find some flaws and throughout the pain and the agony I was experienced being tied up to a rope and having a kettlebell cave the side of my head in, I thought to myself, this is beautiful in a way. You know?
yeah. I mean, I've always say, man, wrestlers are some of the tough-minded people in the world, and you have to be tough. I remember talking to Saturn Price about a year ago. He told me you gotta be crazy getting into this wrestling business. And with the stuff that I see y'all do, not just regular matches, but the bull ropes, steel chairs, ladders. I know for a fact that you guys are still sore from that TLC. There's still some bruises.
My
So
foot. My
yeah.
foot's still sore. Yeah, man. It's I always tell the story to my coworkers, when they ask me Cincinnati, training in Cincinnati, my first 2 weeks, that was the toughest physical thing I've ever done in my entire life. And I played college football, I done the two-a-day thing, I did the sauna for 30 minutes with celery afterwards. I mean, that sucks. I mean, that was my body was borderline screaming at me to quit. But we found that persistence. We found the willingness to carry on, and look at us now,
Yeah,
3 years later.
absolutely,
Still just as
man.
crazy.
Hey, I look as a fan watching it up close, man. I thank y'all for what y'all do. Just the
I
just
appreciate that, man. I
y'all.
appreciate you too, Kenny. It's nice looking out in the crowd and going to some dump like Danville, Kentucky, or even Norwood, Ohio in some parts. It's not all
Yeah,
sunshine, but it's good looking out there and being like, I know that guy. That's a
yeah.
good guy right there.
Um, yeah. So thank you, Creed, man. Y'all check him out. He's on Instagram, Creed Costello 513 on Instagram,
You can
and
also
he,
find me on Facebook too, Creed
yeah,
Costello. I try to keep my Instagram and my Facebook the most updated for sure. So any future events or shows that I'm on, you'll find it there first.
yeah, man. So War Wrestling, Ascend Wrestling, Pro Wrestling, and pretty much for the rest of the year, outside of the 100 show, obviously. Spot Monkey, you catch Creed Costello as a singles competitor. You can cash in with Journey, who's in too soon. You definitely see him with the marquee players
Sure,
as
sure.
well. So he's there. Just get used to it as
A
well.
busy man. A
He's a
busy man.
busy man. All right, man. You take it easy, man. You enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for joining me at the anniversary show.
Thank you so much for having me, sir.
Peace. Thank
Thank
you,
you, man.
man.
Have a good night.
All right, you too.